writing for quite a while now, since 2014 or so. Since I was about 13 years old. We got the picture up.
This is one of the comics that my sister made.
Oh wow, that's actually really good.
Yes, my sister made these.
Really?
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, you ready? You show them?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome.
Awesome.
So you said you've been doing this since 2014?
Yeah, 2014.
How did you get into it? What inspired you to get into it?
My parents did. My dad introduced me to anime and comic books, and my mom introduced me to writing. And I really fell in love with it from there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So how would you say writing and illustration go together?
They really go hand in hand, especially for me needing to convey my characters to an artist. So I can draw, but I can't do digital work. And my comics are digital, so I needed to hire someone who could do digital work, but at least I knew that I could draw on paper, my designs and everything, so I could give that to the digital artist. And then he takes that and then he puts it in digitally and makes it from there.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so it really goes hand in hand.
So what would you like to tell us about your most recent work of what you've done?
Yes, so Instant is the name of the comic book, and in Instant, I'm here, I'm Instant. So I play the hero, he has super speed, and he gets his powers from what seems to be the serum after getting into a car accident. This doctor decides to use a serum on him to see if he can revive his heart and jumpstart it, but it accidentally gives him super speed, and so now Instant has to figure out how to get rid of these powers and if he even can get rid of them. So it's kind of this finding a...
Yes, I'm pretty interested in that.
Really? I appreciate that.
I kind of am interested in like superheroes and like powers. I'm actually interested in those stuff.
Yeah, like powers, like My Hero Academia.
Oh, I love that.
That is my favorite anime of all time.
Same.
It's the Deku.
Yeah, and I got a cool backpack.
Actually, this keychain, this is a Deku one right here. It's My Hero
Yeah,
Academia.
and this
It's my
one I
favorite
have a-
anime.
And finally,
No way. Wow, that's all of them.
yeah.
I have this and I have a definition.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you see it just
And I also have
yeah,
the
my
right.
imagination. Yeah. I think that imagination is very important in creating amazing characters, and I've always had like an imagination that just runs wild ever since I was a little kid. So I think that's what my mom saw in me, what kind of pushed me into this direction of writing, which I ended up really loving.
Now, have you had to do any specialized training as you've like gotten further along with your art?
No, actually, that was the beauty of it. I didn't have any special training or any sort of education for it. It was just me and my parents fueling my passion. And I, thank God, had a laptop to write on, and from there, just was doing whatever I wanted to do on my laptop. And I took a lot of those years of just practice and kind of didn't take it too seriously. Didn't know if I was going to go far with it. And the more I did it, the more I really just knew that I loved it. It was something I wanted to do.
Now, are you in the works with another comic?
I am.
Okay, and are you doing like, I wouldn't say a sequel? Is it considered a sequel to Instant?
I'm doing that chapter 2 to Instant, that, and then I definitely at some point want to do a superhero team, which I think would be fun. But for now, Instant's kind of the foundation for that, and building up from there.
So you almost want to build like an anime Marvel.
Exactly. Yeah.
That
Pretty
is
much,
awesome.
yeah.
That is awesome, guys. So, from hard work and dedication, keeping himself focused to do his work, drawing and using his imagination, he didn't have to go to school to pursue his career. He didn't have to, he let his imagination pursue his career for him, which is awesome, right? What kind of questions would you guys have for Mr. White with comic books? Go ahead.
How do you get the boxes right? Every time when I try to get the boxes right, I always mess up too. Like, you know the boxes of like when you drew the characters in?
Mhm.
How do you draw like the boxes and everything?
So that was something that I did a movement, and then the dialogue within that box, and then I would go panel 2, 3, and then eventually I get to page 2, and then I repeat that process. And then on paper, it's just kind of visualizing in your head what you want the character to do, and then writing out each individual panel, and then drawing the character in it.
That is awesome. And you said your love for anime came from like dad also draw?
He does not.
He doesn't. Awesome. Now, have you ever thought about like incorporating your dad and like your story? Like
I've thought
storytelling,
about
like-
it. I've kind of thought about it. You know, it's funny. Lots of people when they find out that I'm in the story, they also want to be in. So I've like had many
love it.
people
Yeah,
from
yeah.
family members and friends and strangers.
Who am
like, "Can
I?
you
What
write?"
character am I?
Right. So I've dabbled with the idea, but I know that at least they're there, like in essence.
And what would you say Instance's favorite power that he can't come to have? What would you say it is?
Definitely the speed. Instant's gonna have some other powers as well that's gonna be discovered throughout the story, which is gonna be exciting. Exactly. It's gonna be so exciting to see those powers unravel. But so far it's the speed, and I think that he has a really fun time. You can see just like his face light up when he's.
So how Spider-Man has like sequel, God, I don't know, I'm just gonna say 58.
Yeah.
And we know it's probably like 58 out of like 58 million.
Right.
Is that what you plan on doing with Instant, just continuing the sequel?
Yeah, I plan on continuing it for a while until I move to the superhero team, and at some point, obviously, all things will have to come to an end. But I'm definitely planning on letting this go as long as I can, at least as long as I'm to make it happen. So it's very exciting.
I think that's just, it's so neat to be so young and so talented, and to just kind of keep pushing yourself to do it, like, that's awesome, it's amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you guys have any other questions?
I kind of want to introduce myself a little bit.
Hold on really quick, because Mr. Travis had just started speaking at the same time that you did.
Oh, for the drawing process, when I'm doing like pre-designs for the artists, it takes a few hours. It does take a few hours for me to make sure that I get it right for the pre-designs. And then the artist himself, it takes him, he's really fast actually. He can complete a page a day pretty much, which is pretty fast. And he was able to do, I think, 5 pages a week. So I had him working 5 days and then off 2 days. So it was really cool to see how fast he worked. And I didn't expect that because before him, I had a bad experience with an artist. And I had to move on from that artist, unfortunately, to a new one who kind of did it from the beginning to the end. And so just going from an artist who's taking like months to a guy who could do it in a day was amazing.
Right? Because that increases your production.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is awesome.
It is.
Yes, Luis?
Will he come by get of your comic book?
Huh?
Can you show him a picture of your phone?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I have a picture right here. Let's see. Here it is. So this is the cover design for it.
Oh,
Can I see too?
Yeah, absolutely. Here, I'll pass it around for everybody to see.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I'm going to circle.
He does look like.
I know, right?
You said it looks like him? Well, I would want it to look like him, cause he's the one that's drawing them.
Yeah.
He's making that.
Did you get a chance to see?
Well, that's what comic books is.
Yeah.
Isn't that neat, Martin?
That's so cool.
Yeah, it is. I was thrilled with the results. I honestly didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if he was going to be able to achieve it to the best of my desire, especially after having such a bad experience beforehand. But you know, I had him kind of do various tests beforehand, like a couple of test pages, nothing that was actually related to the book. Just wanted to see if he could capture my likeness. And when he did, I was like, wow, this is the guy.
This is the guy, right? It took that sour mouth, or that sour taste in your mouth and turn it around.
Exactly.
That's inspiring, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. I would like, if you're okay with it, I would like to get a picture of all you guys together.
Absolutely.
I think this was your guys' most exciting, career job listing today, just because we all know about firefighters. We have dealt with firefighters all of our lives growing up in school. We don't ever get to see someone that comes in and they're doing their own thing with comic books. So I definitely want to take a picture of that so that we can remember this and relive this at the end of the course. Is that okay? Do you have any questions?
No, I just want to thank everybody for, having me out and listening to what I had to say. And I was really excited when Shannon reached out to me and asked me to come out here. And so I've been just giddy about this and super excited to meet all of you. So thank you.
And I didn't forget. I did not let anyone know who was coming in. I was like, no, I'm just gonna surprise everyone. Yeah, so for me, I don't hold surprise as well.
Okay.
So I would go home and I would tell my husband and my kids,
Yeah.
I did that.
Right.
So, yes, I was super beyond excited. I was like, look, I was like, it's a likeness. All my guys want this, so.
No, this means a lot. This is the most rewarding part for me. This is being able to speak with, some people like you guys who are amazing and who have a zeal for the career as well. So this is, yeah.
And we want to actually tell you too, like, my whole family is behind you in your career.
Oh, thank you.
We
so
want to
much.
see your sequel just continue to grow and grow and grow.
Thank you so much.
My boys are all into anime and stuff, and I was telling Laura that when I was young, I remember watching The Airbender.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I walked in the other day into my house, and I'm like, and I put my purse down, and I look at what's playing on the TV, and my youngest son, who is 17, is watching Airbender. And I was like, oh, no way! And I went and sat down, and my son looked at me like, oh, this is crazy, this is so weird, she's so
Yeah.
old, what are you doing? And I had to explain to him, because it had been this anime had been around for so long, that I remember watching it whenever I was like their age.
Yeah.
Awesome, can everyone get up, come take a picture?